guys, welcome back to the channel. So in this video I want to tell you a little bit about the houses from the moon, about the Kendra and the upachaya, and we will talk about also the ninth house from the moon, which is very important. Also a little bit about the Kemadruma yoga, about the Ucabhanga. So we are normally speaking about the Ucabhanga, but I want to also tell you to check our exaltation. Is the exaltation really strong, the planet, or maybe we need some confirmation from other planets? So this would be also very important. If you like the video, please click the thumbs up. We made already like 80 likes in the recent video, so recently we are getting a little bit less than that. So if you like to, it doesn't cost you a lot and it helps me with the algorithm to make my videos more visible. So let's see if we can get that 60 likes in this video. And of course, if you like to be notified about similar videos in the future, please click that subscribe button with the bell notification on. And now let's dive right into these topics. Okay, so to make it more approachable, we will be talking about the position in the Vedic chart. This is the Indian astrology chart, also called Jyotisha. There are also 12 houses, like in Western astrology, and each house is depicting some area of life. And we have also planets which are showing the karma we are experiencing in this life. So we will be looking at the houses from the ascendant, from the Kendra. This will show which area are involved. And we will also be looking at the houses from moon. And moon shows the mind and society. So it has this inner meaning, which is the mind, and also the outer, the society. So by seeing the position of the moon in the chart, we can understand what's going on in our mind and also in the society. And now we can connect these houses from the moon to the houses from the ascendant. So this can show us, for example, what can motivate us to being more involved with the society, what we can do in our world, because the houses from the ascendant will still show the areas of life, but in the houses from moon we can get information where to go, what we can activate and what to do to get better results. So we will be speaking about the houses like Kendra. The Kendra are the fundamental houses. These are the first 4, 7 and 10. The first house shows us, the fourth is about our shelter, mother, property and our mind. The 7th house is about our partners and also all interaction, and the 10th house is about the work. We will be talking also about the upachaya houses, which are houses of growth. So we have their 3rd, 6th, 10th and 11th. You will see that these are the houses of Saturn, which is 10 and 11, and these are houses of Mercury, which are 1st and 6th. We will be also talking about the yogas. The yoga is just a relationship of 2 or more planets. For example, if you have any 2 planets in one house, this is conjunction, this is called UT. And if you have also planet aspecting each other by the mutual aspect, this also forms the yoga. So basically in Vedic astrology, the houses are showing the areas of life, the planets is showing the dynamics, they are the actors of our karma, they are distributors of our karma, and the sign is showing what's really the vibe or nature which is in the specific area of life. So in each house, in each area, you have some sign, and this sign is setting the tone for whatever is happening there. Okay, so the first very interesting thing is that the Kendra. When we talk about the Kendras, then anything in the Kendra is keeping it at home. So this is a very interesting principle. If you have nothing in the Kendra, then nothing is holding you back. And if you have any planet especially strong, like if you have a Jupiter strong in the Kendra house, for example in the 4th house, then the mother may keep you away from going abroad. So mother can keep you at home. If you have any planet in the 7th house, the 7th house can keep you at home. If it's a 10th house, then it will be a work related. So these planets in the Kendra are keeping you at home. If you have nothing in the Kendra to the Lagna, then nothing is holding you back. Also interesting thing is that if you have, for example, 10th house from the moon in the Kendra, that it also can be that the work which is related to that Kendra somehow can also keep you in the country. And if that planet is in the Marana Karkastana, then Sanjay Ji says that the whole career life can be recreated like a painting. So then you can have all your career life till now transformed into something new. I think we can say that Sanjayji has that because he has a 10th in the 12th house, Aquarius. 10th lord from the moon will be Scorpio, and one of the lord is of course Ketu exalted with aspect of Jupiter, which is making Sanjayji, who is the Param Guru of the Parampar. But we also have this Mars in the 7th house, and this is the engineering, or this is the government job, and that was in 27 year, because this is the Mars age. So in this time the whole career life is recreated or transformed into completely new. So everything is smashed when you have a Marana Karakastana related to 10th house from the moon. And I must say that I also had a very similar experience in the recent readings when the person has 10th from the moon afflicted in the Lagna. It was Mercury very much afflicted in the Lagna, and of course when Mercury is afflicted, then it can also give problems with digesting the Mars, which can be related to gluten. So in the recent consultation I told this person that maybe you should make an appointment with your doctor and check the celiac disease, and it turned out that this person had diagnosed by the doctor, by the physician, exactly that, which was in the intestine level. You can see that, and there was this celiac disease which was diagnosed, and now the person is took that adjustment food-wise, probably also medical-wise, and he is feeling much better. So this information are very nice, how the astrology can really help people to find their problems and improve their lives. The other thing would be related to Saturn and Ketu. We were very negative in the last questions and answer session about this position, but recently I found in the notes from Sanjayji that if we see this yoga, we need to check the Venus and Jupiter aspect on this. This can be Graha or Rasi Drishti. When the Venus is aspecting that, this can change the reading for the anything like a Tapashvi yoga, which can make one very spiritual, and also a Jupiter has very transformative role if it's aspecting this yoga. So this can make it more positive. The other point is about the Kemadruma yoga. This can make one unmotivated. It's when you don't have any plans in Kendra to the moon, and 2nd and 12th. So 2nd has to do more with the work, and the 12th more with relationships. So if you have such combination, then don't worry, there is still hope. And recently I have seen the notes that very important will be the upachaya from the moon, and the upachaya from the moon is what is growing, and this is the blessing of Krishna. This is when Krishna is putting some soma on the planet, which is giving the light and the life, and this is making the planet grow. So especially if you have this Kemadruma yoga, then you can check the upachaya, and here especially accentuated was the 11th house from the moon, which can really help such situation. Also, when we talk about the houses from the moon, very important is the 9th house. Sanjayji says it shows the raksha, which is the protection. So if you have any depression or anxiety, it is said that if we are starting to activating that house, if we are doing whatever this house is showing from the ascendant, from the lagna, this can really help. For example, in my case, the 9th from moon is a Mercury, which may show reading or writing or even gaming. So if I'm doing such things, then this can help immensely with our mental health, whatever we are struggling with. Could be a depression, anxiety, or whatever we have. Also, whenever we are talking about the exaltation and debilitation, we have to invite the rule of Ucabhanga yoga. Just like we have planets which are helping us in achieving the Nicabhanga, which is the cancellation of debility. For example, if Saturn is debilitated, the Mars can help, the Venus can help, and also the Sun. The Sun is exalted in the sign which makes the Saturn debilitation. The Sun is debilitated in Aries, and the Sun is exalted in Aries. So if there is a conjunction of Sun with the Saturn debilitated, this helps. Also when the Saturn would be exalted in the Navamsha, this is the 100% Nicabhanga. But also the Saturn, the Mars and Venus, if they are Kendra, which is 1st, 4th, 7th and 10th, from the moon or the ascendant, this also will help to make that Nicabhanga happen, which is the cancellation of debility. Then you can get 75% of rebuilding the strand or the force of the planet. So the planet may look okay, I have some planet debilitated in my chart, But really, if you have Ucabhanga, then it's only looking like that. In fact, the planet is strong, and especially if it's the Navamsha exaltation, then it's 100% strong. So it may have some defeats in the beginning, but ultimately it will show its strength. And also we have to remember that when planet is debilitated, it acts like a Saturn, so it's like Saturn energy. If the planet is exalted, it is having the energy of Jupiter. Similarly, if the moon is in the Purnima, in the full moon, then it also has this energy of Jupiter. And also very important piece of information that there are some charts when the debilitation is welcome. For example, in D20, which is the Vimshamsa chart, this basically shows that if you have planets which are debilitated in the Vimshamsa, it shows that it gives you that spiritual humbleness, or the humbleness which is important in spirituality. And if you have exaltation in the Vimshamsa, then although it can give some money from gurus, temples, or spiritual institution, it can make it harder to make the namaskar. So we know that the spiritual experience will open when we are more humble. Even the Gita says that the knowledge, the first trait which one has to have to open that jnana, or that real knowledge, spiritual knowledge, is being a humble. So this humbleness can be more easily to learn if we have this debilitated planets in the Vimshamsa, which is the D20 chart. Also one important point when we are on the Kendra houses, we know that if the dusthana lord, now what is the dusthana? It's a 6th, 8th or 12th. So if the dusthana lord, if 6th, 8th or 12th lord is in the Kendra, then this Kendra is a little bit broken. Now to be it totally broken, or to be it fully destroyed, or even more afflicted, the Lord, if it's also in the dusthana, then it makes the situation much worse. So for example, if you have 6th Lord in the 7th house, and then the 7th Lord is in 8 or 12, or even the 6th, then the situation is much more serious. We were also talking about the Shraddha Yoga, which is the Saturn and Rahu combination. One thing more which we can add here is that this is making, this can cause some tax issues, because as was taught to us, the Rahu may show the puking. So we are overeating. The Rahu is showing that we are overeating. We have that greed. So we are amassing the irrational amount of wealth. And then if you have this Saturn Rahu somehow connected also probably to your houses of expenses, then you may have to puke this. And this can be showing a big or enormous tax return. So if you have this yoga, you had similar experience, then write down in the comments. Also very important thing, if you have the 9th Lord somehow involved in dusthana, then the Shiva and Guru can help you. So you can use the Shiva mantra with the aksharas related to that dusthana. It can be 6th house, like for example Om Namah Shivaya. If you have, however, 5th Lord in the dusthana, then the Narayana Kavacha is very good remedy for you. Okay, the last point is about the Raja Yoga, because the 7th Lord will show our interaction we have with people. So if the 7th Lord is very strong, then it shows that our interaction is with very strong people, and that can add up to Raja Yoga. If the 7th Lord is, for example, in dusthana, it can show more spiritual people, more spiritual networking, and also consequently it can give more Raja Yoga or more interest in spirituality. So I have a friends, for example, with the 7th Lord in dusthana exalted. So that shows the friends which are more idealistic, more service-oriented. That can show more spiritual people, idealistic, service-oriented, and so on. Okay guys, so that's gonna be it for me. I hope you find these additional information interesting, or at least entertaining. If you do, please click that thumbs up. It really helps me. I remind you that our goal is to get the 60 likes in this video, and subscribe if you want to get a notification about the similar videos appearing on your notification bar on your phone or on your computer. If you would like me to analyze your chart, then please see that link here. You can always click and schedule your own reading when we are reading your yogas in the chart. So if you want me to help you with that, then please write me down, hit me up with the email below, and see you in the next one.